In this week's episode, the town gathers together in order to help refund the entry fees Tom had collected for a choir competition in Salt Lake City, only to find out his boss absconded with the money. Elizabeth and Nathan help Tom out of a tight situation, and the town comes together after a setback. With encouragement from family, Joseph attempts to heal an old rift with his brother Jacob. Gowan counsels Lucas. Tom Thornton tried to make amends to the people that J.B. Sweeney had defrauded of money on when Calls the Heart Season 11 Episode 8, while Joseph and Jacob Canfield resolved their 20-year-old quarrel. Clayton Pike was also consulted by Rosemary and Bill for his name. If Tom didn't pay back the money he owed Benson Hills and Jameson, he might still be punished as an accessory to fraud, even though the NYC police had already arrested J.B. Sweeney and retrieved the money Ned had wired them. Tom was prepared to accept accountability, but everyone else, especially Nathan and Elizabeth, remained silent. They came up with a scheme to gather contributions and have their own choral festival with nearby communities. Everyone was in agreement. The issue was that Mayor Hickman wanted Tom to be arrested right now, and Rosemary was so excited that she told him. Everyone wanted to give Tom the benefit of the doubt, except Maisie. That made Tom feel worse, in a way. He was reminded that his older brother was the bumbling idiot that everyone had to save from problems. He was almost like a saint. But from Ned and Florence's duet to the group acts, everyone adored the choir festival. Since they had only raised $200, the feeling grew stronger when Maisie came back to try to arrest him once more. Lucas stepped in instead this time, but it had to be hard for his self-esteem to constantly have someone save him. Though perhaps Faith will stay in town and establish a new life there, she still appeared interested. Elizabeth and Nathan didn't move all that much, but there were some admirable exchanges. Jack appeared to be becoming closer to Nathan, and it was sweet that before Elizabeth could say anything, Nathan gave Jack money to purchase a candied apple. Significant chats were also had by Tom with Elizabeth and Nathan. He felt compelled to share his thoughts about her dating life, like to an inquisitive younger sibling. The final slow dance truly says it all. They don't mind acting sultry in public. The Canfields getting their own storyline this season was a welcome change of pace. Seeing Angela and Cooper adapt Joseph's suggestions to improve their relationship with their sibling to their own circumstance with their estranged brother has been entertaining. Long-standing resentments are the most difficult to get over, especially if the other person is unaware of their wrongdoing, as was indicated in the When Calls the Heart Season 11 Episode 8 spoilers. That was the case with Jacob and Joseph. Neither of them wanted to swallow their pride, even though they both missed their brother. If Joseph didn't apologize, Jacob wouldn't let him stay, but Joseph didn't know what had angered his brother. The brothers turned to Minnie and Henry as mediators. Minnie appeared to be more understanding of Jacob in many aspects, particularly after finding out that he hadn't attended church or sung in a choir for 20 years. Additionally, Henry pushed Joseph to mend his friendship with Jacob, telling him that the only thing that counted was that Joseph had injured Jacob. Since they raised their younger brother together and Jacob struggled after their grandfather passed away, Joseph had more influence over his younger brother than he knew. Joseph was unaware that Jacob felt abandoned and that they had stopped singing together after he met Minnie. Given that Jacob appeared to like Minnie, it made natural that he would never tell her the whole truth. He also mentioned how much he would have loved to sing with them both. Allow Minnie to perform her magic. She encouraged Jacob to sing alongside them after spotting him among the festival goers. The song Amazing Grace was a perfect choice because it embodied the idea of redemption. The brothers finally appeared closer than ever after 20 years apart. Perhaps Jacob will show up again. While working together on Rosemary's investigation has been fun, Bill still has work to do. Bill was better than the second fiddle, but Rosemary always claimed the lead. They tried, but Clayton Pike would not budge. He appeared to be scared of his mother's life and afraid of his blackmailer. Rosemary's insistence nearly seems to have put Lucas in greater danger. Rosemary and Bill know this man has spies everywhere, so will they call off their inquiry now? Though unlikely, the fact that Edwin persists in pressuring Montague worries us for Lucas. I had thought that Lucas's scheme to have Montague involved would be short-lived, but there's no evidence of that because Clayton Pike won't talk about it. When Lucas is involved in community events or assisting others, he enjoys his role as governor more than when he is handling finances. It looks like there are potentially gloomier days ahead because Chris McNally hinted that Lucas would still have to make difficult decisions. There are just 4 episodes remaining. I hope the storyline of the resort gets resolved before the season ends. Even though Tom appears to have returned the money, He hasn't made any indication of moving out of Hope Valley. Do you believe he might remain and settle down permanently?